Alright, let's see if we can actually get this to work. I can hear myself pretty good. The audio doesn't look laggy or anything. Alrighty. So, let me give you guys an intro. So, oh wait, let me just switch. Alright, so this is what we're going to be doing today. Basically, another scam baiter reached out to me and they informed me that there was a victim. And let's just... I don't know if he's okay with me sharing his name and stuff, so let's just call him A. A reached out to me and he was basically scammed out of his life savings, and to cover that, then he had to sell his house, and as a result of getting scammed, his wife left him. And this is a 60-something-year-old man who has lost everything, and that just didn't sit right with me, you know? I couldn't imagine spending my entire life working, jumping through all the hoops that the universe throws at me, only to retire, and then you have a little bit of money in your savings and you want to make a little extra money, so you decide, hey, maybe the best course of action would be to do some investing. And nothing against A, but I don't think that he is the most technical person, and a lot of people who are more technical than him have fallen for a pig butchering scam, which is what that was. So the way that a pig butchering scam works, if you don't know, is the hackers or the threat actors, they make a really believable website. They basically make it look like an exchange, you know? They make it look like an exchange. It looks really legitimate. And basically what they tell you is, hey, we're gonna take your money and we're gonna invest it, and if you know investing, usually you don't get to take that money out unless... Good evening, Black Tigger. Long time no see. I know. Today is a little bit different. We're not going to be calling people. We're going to be working on an investigation for a victim. So I hope that people can take this, what they see on the stream, and then possibly repeat these steps, and maybe in the future, if not this time, somebody will be able to use these methods to recover people's funds. So we'll see where we end up, but I'm gonna take a step back real quick. So he was victimized by basically a really nice lady or a guy were messaging him, and they were walking him through investing all of the money. Oh, just $2,000 more, $5,000 here, and they slowly grew what was his entire savings account, around $160,000. They grew it into $500,000 of fake money. So realistically, they just coded the page so that it looks like he was indeed making a bunch of money. So he himself is thinking, wow, I'm doing really great. I am finally I'm doing something right for myself. I'm turning 150,000 into 500,000 in a couple months time. That's phenomenal. That's better than the S&P can do for you. Better than your 401k, better than Warren Buffett if he was only trading with 150,000, you know? That's like a pretty solid return. So he finally is like, okay, I really need to pay for some bills now, because they basically milk every last penny out of you. They take everything from you. So they make you empty your savings accounts, then they go after your checking, then they're gonna have you mortgage or sell your house, then they're gonna do your car, and slowly they're gonna get everything from you. So he's basically investing all of this, and each time it's something. Like, if he wants to pull out his money, they'll say, oh, you have to pay a fee to withdraw the money. And then he sends another $16,000. They're like, oh, actually, we didn't receive that. There's some kind of error. You have to send it again. And they're just frustrating this old man. Like, this guy has worked his whole damn life to finally be able to retire and to stop work. And these scammers, they take that little bit away from him, you know? So now, not only is he completely broke, he's also homeless. And the craziest thing is that his wife left him because that was like the last drop in the bucket when he got scammed for whatever was going on in his life. And first of all, like, L wife, like fucking L, major L, because if you leave your husband after he gets scammed, like, I would understand like before or something like that, but maybe who knows? Maybe she was telling him the whole time like, this is fake, this isn't real, and he was insisting that it was. Okay, maybe I could see that, but still, you have to do a lot to get to that point. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. This guy, they take everything from him, and then once they realize that he doesn't have any more money, that's when they go on the offensive. Instead of using the sweet language that they've been using so far, instead of talking to him really gently, now they're bullying him around, now they're pushing him around, now they're calling him names and insulting him, and now you can see the anxiety in his text messages. You can start to see not just the anxiety, but the sadness, the panic from everybody coming to collect their debts and to collect the stuff that he owes them, because he's repeatedly gone to different friends and relatives and asked them for money in order to pay for another fee or whatever the hell the scammers were telling him to pay for. And now he can't sleep. This has been going on since like August of last year, so he's been going through it for probably almost half a year. And I'm reading this last night, and literally I completely lost my appetite. Like, I was sick to my stomach seeing this man taken advantage of like that. And guys, that's not even the fucking worst part. The worst part is that whenever he goes with what little he has left, he goes and he tries to attempt to get one of these recovery services for the cryptocurrency. They scam him too. They take his last $3,000 away. And I couldn't believe it. I literally couldn't believe what the fuck I was reading. Like, this poor guy got completely cleaned out by a pig butchering scam, and then a fake money recovery. They come in and they take literally the last of the last. Like, he probably took out like credit cards or some crazy stuff, because literally nobody else would give him money. If you read through the messages, you'll see that he needed to get like a cosigner for that last loan or whatever. And basically the recovery people were saying, oh, if you pay us the whatever, like $2,000 or $3,000 for the fee, we'll be able to initiate the recovery. But unless you pay that, we're not going to be able to initiate it. And it's just like, I couldn't believe that human beings were doing this to each other. Like, trust me, I know the dark web. I know like all the fucked up shit out there. But it's just like when you read like a first person view and you put yourself in the shoes of A, it just broke me basically last night. I couldn't. I had to like stop, and then I hopped on for a little bit and I streamed with the Fortnite stuff because I really didn't know what else to do, man. Like right now, I'm tearing up just thinking about it because I know that this is not even like the tip of the iceberg. This is just like a sneeze, like a symptom of like a really sick person, which is our world, you know? Because there's much worse out there. There's actually like we've witnessed like with other scam baiters, like victims who kill themselves, like victims who will trade their entire life savings, go after their friends and relatives, like basically what this guy was doing, and clean them out too, and then everybody's left really bad off. And so that's the backstory. That's why I'm doing this stream today. Usually I would try to hop on and maybe do some funny business or call some people, and maybe if that's what you wanted, this isn't the stream for you, you know? If you don't want to be a little, I'm not saying that I'm gonna be down the whole stream, but I'm just like, I'm processing it again. It's a lot to process, especially as we're gonna be going through these messages. Like we're gonna talk about a little bit of the context and stuff like that while we explore the addresses. We're gonna basically, if I can, I'm gonna gather the Bitcoin addresses. I'm gonna gather the whatever indicators of compromise I can, like the email addresses, maybe the phone numbers or something like that. And then we're gonna use our tools. We're gonna particularly use my most favorite tool in the world, which is called Maltego. And Maltego is a way to visualize a lot of data and to make some connections between them, you know? Like if you're good at OSINT, yes, Professor Fate. To some people who understand the more technical side of cybersecurity, like OSINT, they'll realize exactly how fun it is. Cybersecurity is almost like a puzzle. And if you liked Lego blocks or doing puzzles when you were younger, you're gonna love this because it's having the little bits here and there, whether it's metadata, whether it's email addresses, phone numbers, and then you go looking on the internet for somebody who might have indexed this information, somebody who might have a little bit more context about it, and then you use that to help paint a better picture. Like for instance, my dad this morning had one of the neighbors who reached out to him, and he's like, I know your son does that dark web stuff. Like, have him do some like looking up with his phone number. He sends me. They give me one phone number, and I returned him a PDF of the 30 pages. All of the metadata, basically like who has held this phone number for how long, who are these people, what online accounts did they have, where are they from, who are their relatives, literally everything. Like I think that even had part of their social security number. Like this is what I'm talking about. Just with one phone number, I can find everything. So be careful who you share your phone number with, you know? Like whenever you're in line at the gym or at the store, PetSmart, Petco, I don't know, Publix or whatever store you go to, and when they're like, "Oh, let me get your phone number for that discount code or for the 10% off," and then you say your phone number out loud. What if the person behind you was somebody who had bad intentions? Like I always tell this to my girl. I'm like, I'm perfectly fine with paying that 10% or whatever, because that 10% is you selling your data to a company. Like that's what they think that your data is worth. It's worth like that 10% to them, and they're okay with trading that amount of money for the information. because they're going to be able to track you. They're going to be able to track your spending, whether it's your cards, your habits, so that they can later sell you ads. So somebody, when you're reading that out at the store, depending on if you're like a whatever, they could target you basically, and they could find everything about you with just a phone number. So be careful who you say your phone number in front of, because unless you do extensive cleanup and you know who to contact to remove this data, people are going to be able to make that 30-page report about you. So, not to be too ominous, but OSINT just, you'll see. Like, a lot of people, tell me something. Do you think, and this is a question for the audience, do you think that cryptocurrency, Bitcoin specifically, is anonymous? Yes or no? Or you can just type like 1 for yes or 2 for no, whatever. But think about it for a second. Do you actually think that it's anonymous? Okay, so I'll give you a little bit of a backstory. A lot of the times when people try to sell you like a Bitcoin or one of these cryptocurrency thingies, let's see what Professor said. Depends on how you interact with it. You could use it somewhat anon, but the second the name is associated with Coinbase. Yep. All right, so we have a winner. Congratulations, Professor Faith. Or did I say that right? Professor Faith, yeah. Sometimes call it attention. Is there a way to in? Been in crypto for 10 years. Hell yeah. Alright. Well, it shows, you know. You know what you're talking about. Alright, so you're gonna go VIP. Alright, you should be VIP on the channel now. Thank you. So let me explain a little bit about what he's talking about. Say that you link your bank account. Oh, you're funny. So say you go out, you create a Coinbase account, and in the process, Coinbase has this thing that's called KYC, which is Know Your Customer. And this is a law that the US government has passed, and they're like, you know what, man? We don't like people using Coinbase and whatnot to go on the dark web and buy drugs. We don't like them paying for illegal things, and we sure as hell don't want them committing fraud with Coinbase. So what we want you to do is we want you to require every single person who signs up on your platform, they must like take a picture of their face, take a picture of their ID, like all this stuff. That way that if at any point somebody abuses that or uses the account for malicious purposes, the government can come in and then they're just like, oh, of course, it was this guy, and we have his ID and everything. And then the government looks at the ID, then they go to the address on the ID. They're like, oh, what's up? So that's basically why he says it's all gone, because if you go on Coinbase or one of those, but say you do something like the infamous BTCE or one of the ones that do not have KYC on it, well, then you can abuse that platform and you can use it for whatever malicious purposes you intended it to be. But the reason why I'm even bringing all this up is because if a exchange or a company who deals with cryptocurrency follows the KYC rules, that most likely means that they will also comply with the feds or the glowies or the cops, whatever you want to call them. But most often in the community, they're referred to as LEO or LEO, which is law enforcement officers. And these are the fellas that are going to help us by going and reaching out to the exchanges and saying, hey, listen, we have somebody who has a very high probability, or according to blockchain analysis, we have proved definitively that this person, and let's use our guy for example, person A has been scammed out of $154,000 on August 6th of 2023. And we can prove it right here in the blockchain that they hopped through, they used a mixer, then they moved it to this exchange, and you actually hold ownership over that Bitcoin wallet. So we would like for you not only to freeze that account and its funds, but we would also like you to tell us who owns that account so we can pay them a visit. And if everything goes right, something like the Colonial Pipeline hack will occur, which is, and this was actually like a really, it was a beautiful like money laundering attempt. Like if a money laundering attempt can be beautiful, because they use this thing that's called chain peeling. And let me type in dark side Colonial, and then we do chain peel crypto. And let me see if I can visualize this, because this, guys, this right here, this investigation with the chain peeling was my first like visualization, if you want to call it that, of blockchain analysis, because I wanted to test my skills, because I knew that I was like, oh, the feds, they figured it out, I can figure it out. Oh, and I was pretty right. So I was able to prove in here. I think that somebody else did a similar thing, but they didn't use Maltego. But here I'm going to show you. This is what chain peeling looks like. So do you see this? God damn it. Basically, it starts out with Coinbase or whatever the feds use, or Colonial Pipeline used to pay for the ransom, and then they take a little bit off the top, or obviously, first you have to pay the malware developers, because the way the ransomware works is basically there's ransomware developers, they have their own like pen testers, negotiators, like all that stuff. Basically they provide the infrastructure, and then Joe comes off the street and he's like, all right, I am good at hacking and don't know how to develop malware, but I'll give you a percentage. I'll give you like 40% of the ransom if you let me use your malware. And the malware developers, in this case DarkSide, are like, oh, of course, here you go. And so the guys go, they infect the Colonial Pipeline, and then they move on, and by ransoming them, they force them at the time to pay the ransom. So once they paid them, they give the cut to the malware developers or the ransomware developers, and then they proceed to wash the money. So they did it through a method that's called chain peeling, and that's when you take like 6 to 9 Bitcoin, and each time on each transaction you send it to another address. And eventually it ends up looking like something crazy like this, where it's just a bunch of different addresses and you start sending it to Bitcoin tumblers or whatnot. And then eventually you're aiming to reassemble it all at the end, or reassemble it on different exchanges. And they made a mistake and they reassembled quite a bit of the money. I think it was like 63 Bitcoin or something like that they had. And then the feds went and they seized because they made a mistake of trying to cash out right away. And by doing that, they transferred the money to an exchange that cooperated. And that's how they were able to freeze the account and get the money back. So by that methodology, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. So I hope that explanation worked and that I explained it well enough that a regular user can understand it. Did I do any good explaining it? Hopefully. Alright. Let's see. The Mt. Gox hackers were found out because they messed up once with 600 KOV. Yep. Yeah, the Mt. Gox hack was pretty crazy, not gonna lie. But it's always really interesting to see like how some threat actors take an approach to it, because not everybody hacks the same, you know? Some like whenever you watch like the YouTubers or the scam baiters that hack into the guys' computers and then they flip on the camera, I think it was either Neep or it was Scam Baiter, but one of those guys who recently like went in and filmed the call center takedown, he put in his video that he actually did a smart thing, which was look up the model of the computer that you're about to switch the camera on and see if it has like a hardwired LED that's gonna switch on. So I was like, that's genius, because I'm so in the past, like whenever you switch the camera on, it like immediately draws the eye attention of the scammers. And I was like, see, he's putting in the time. Yeah, that was Scam Baiter. So he's putting in the time and he's doing that extra stuff, and that's realistically what needs to be done. You know, you can't just go in all amateur and hope that it's gonna work, you know? I wish that I had thought of that, you know, in the past. Instead, I just raw dogged it and yeah, got found out. So anyways, this, ladies and gentlemen, is Maltego. Maltego is a really awesome program, and it doesn't matter where you are in cyber, whether it's like, are you in the SOC, or are you doing incident response, or are you doing threat hunting, or are you doing CTI, or are you doing, oh, fuck me. Like, you could be doing anything. You don't even have to be doing like cyber specifically. There is some amazing transformations. Like, you could just be law enforcement and fraud. There's so much that you can do with Maltego, and it's by right-clicking. I call it right-clicking. Wait, what? Okay, so maybe a little bit better view would be if I made this bigger, but basically you have all these different transformations, and you're able to enrich the information and move around based on the findings. You know, like a lot of the times you're gonna have an API key. For instance, if you had, what is it? Like if we were investigating Bitcoin, you would probably use, well, you would probably use this one, or where was that other one? The same. There's that one, and then there's probably, is it the one at the bottom? Tanium, or there's also one more. It's like BTC. CipherTrace. I swear I use this. There's just so many different names. Anyways, so you select one of those packages, or you install it obviously, and then you head back and you start enriching it. And we're gonna start out with the different, what is it called? Like the different Bitcoin addresses and whatnot that A sent money to, because that's what we have to work with. So let's start out with BTC. What? I was about to say, what the hell? Oh, BTC instead of Bitcoin. Okay, cool. Bitcoin address. Then we're gonna type in okay, let me double check. 37 S2 USBQ 1 2 okay. J C, okay, that's supposed to be an I. It's very important to double check before you deploy the tools. 8JIA. Okay. So this, it says that this is the initial deposit, right? KMPN. And this is where he deposited $100,000. Bro! What the fuck? Literally. So, and let me give you an idea. This is what the fake poor guy. This is what it looked like. So this is what the fake website was called. They stole his money, and basically he sends it to this address that you see. Right here. And that's the address that we're investigating. So if I'm not mistaken, we should see a good bit of information about this now. So let's go to the Titanium Blockchain Explorer. Oh fuck yeah, they have the PO chains. Oh my god, that's literally what I was telling you guys about, the method that the FBI uses, or that they use to figure out, that the threat actors used to deceive the analyst, and the analyst figured out. Let me get that right. Input transactions, input addresses. Let's go to input transactions. Let's run this one. Gang violence. Oh, baby. And now let's do a transformation. So let me tell you what I'm doing right here. Right now, I'm clicking on, I'm basically, picture this. I have a string of text, which is the blockchain address of the wallet. And I'm saying, I'm going to use I believe it is the Titanium Blockchain Explorer, and I want to get more information through the API about this address. And by doing that, I send the request and the API gives me a response, and it basically, the answer to my question was, I would like to know about the input transactions, Tanium. And then Tanium's like, okay, so the input transactions, we found 4 entities, and those are these 4 right here. And we can see the different Bitcoin amounts. We can see when the transaction occurred. That doesn't look right. Anyways, so now we're gonna do the output transactions. I forget sometimes that my screen is yellow. Is that better? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I definitely always forget about that. I'm like looking at it, and then I realized like my eyes are burning, and it's because these white lights, they're so fucking bright. Anyways. So we've gotten the output right here. This doesn't look right. $0.55. $0.74. Huh. Anyways, I'm going to paste in all the addresses that I can see, and then we'll figure out what kind of picture it's painting. Alright? Let me know if you have questions along the way, okay? I'm gonna do my best to look at these slimy bastards. Alright. I think that I can show you this stuff like this. God damn it. Alright. So basically, the guy sends the money, and then I love night mode. What about night mode?
Who the freak ate my snack pack?
Anyways, they're saying it seems there's been an error in your deposit, and it's not our fault, so the crypto was void. So basically, this guy fucking sends him the money, and these scammers are like, yeah, we didn't get it. And then it looks like he added 4,000 Canadian right here. So let's go into here and type that in. And this looks like more the Bitcoin addresses that I'm used to seeing. Cute. Alright, now let's see if I type that shit right. Yep.
Who did this?
Yeah, the lowercase is a lot easier to type. So right now, I'm gonna add this to my favorites. That way that I can just quickly input. Oh shit. Alright. Total received, total sent, so 0 final balance. And if you can see, that's what I'm referring to right here. So this Bitcoin address, the one that we typed in, it received 0.81 and it also sent 0.81. So everything that it received is sent out. Alright, let's look through this list. See if we can't find the... What was it? 0.10. 0.10. 0.11. That's weird. Bro, is all of this fake? I swear to God. Let me see. 3DC. Interesting. Alright, let's try the next Bitcoin address. BC1 AAQ. But I can literally see it on here. This was on June 20th. Sucks it doesn't have the date on there. 019. You know what? Let me grab something else. Let me do the output trends. No, I already did that. Output addresses. And I'm also going to add the input addresses. Because there's no way, dude. There's no fucking way that it's gonna slip away from me like that. Alright, so let's see. Zero, 99, 0. Bro, I swear to God, if I mistype that fucking address. Alright, let me look at it again. 'Cause maybe I mistyped the address. That's literally what I typed in. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me, man. This is the closest thing to the 0.10. That's not it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, I guess I'll move on to the next one. I'm just gonna group the collections a little bit. It's getting a little large. And I'm basically working with like tiny partial screenshots right here. That's why I'm struggling a little bit with this. Normally I have to deposit the withdrawal or they just never reply again. Not that they... Looks like address they reused to the site is lazy and they just displayed the same Bitcoin addy. Very possible, yes, Professor Fate. Thank you for the subscription, Chimp Lips. My bad. Chimp Lips 99. Thank you for the sub. Alright, I'm gonna move on to the next transaction. Which is, I guess, this one? What kind of fucking Bitcoin address is this? Hold up. Hold up. Can you guys hear the music in the background okay? Is it too low? Is it alright? Let me know. because my music is turned up to a different volume than yours is. Alright, so I'm gonna say pull strings out of this picture. Don't let me down, ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Skip focuses. Come on. Alright, now we'll wait for the tech overlords to bless us with a miracle. Okay, so now we're going to be working with transaction. Transaction? Shit, do I really want to type that long string? Oh, ChatGPT is pulling it out just fine. BC. Oh my god. Chat failed splendidly. So ALJQ. Alright, fuck it. I'll just fix it in a second. I'm gonna say pull it from this as well. Alright, I'm gonna share this with myself. Alright, so let's fix this shit. I'm gonna go back to this one. So this is BC1 QPDK. equals 9. And then I'm gonna say right here we have 867. CWR. Alright. And then underneath of that, it's B, C, 1, H, U, C, CR1, 4, AL, R, TH87, JX8. Alright, but I swear to baby Jesus, if this is the same thing that I already typed in, so help me God, it better be wrong. I better have typed in the wrong shit. So I'm gonna go to favorites, then I'm gonna say annotate this Bitcoin address, and let me know what you find. What the fuck? What the fuck did I type into there? Did I seriously not type this in right? Copy. What games are you playing with me, computer? Oh my god. Is it up until the... No, it wouldn't. 4 D 87 X8. Bro, I typed all of that shit in. Why are you doing this? You know, this is literally supposed to be like the part that doesn't even matter, like literally typing in the fucking addresses. But working with screenshots makes this... Of course, of course. Oh, fuck me. I guess I'll just fucking type it manually like a goddamn caveman. Oh man. Feels almost like more like punishment for wanting to do an investigation into this than anything. Alright, 4A. Shit. Jamming at work. Alright. So this is... $1.06. Which transaction is this? Oh. Okay, so the 1.06 will break down into the other ones. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Finally, some... Alright, let's get the block. Alright, we got the block. Now we're gonna return. We're gonna get some more input addresses. And if we grab the output addresses, this should point us into the direction of the shit that we're already looking and investigating. Motherfucker, I did type it in right. This whole time I thought I typed it in wrong. I was like, why is the information not showing? Okay, so finally we're starting to get somewhere, guys. Look at this shit. Why is the bitrate so bad? Of course, fucking scan launches right in the middle of the stream. Perfect. Like, what the fuck? I need to change that shit to like once a week or something. Alright, why am I still going so bad? Alright, we're back to 60 now. And now we're down to 40. This is absurd. What the fuck does that even look like? Bryce, it's gonna be so ass if it's unwatchable because of the like cutting of the video or something. Nope, it looks just fine. Alright, well, I'll be damned. Alright, thank God. I was worried there for a second. Alrighty, so now we have a couple things. We have our Bitcoin addresses, we have the blocks, we have some of the additional addresses that were involved, like I believe QP. I see BC1, QLS, DW, that's this one right here, QP, DK. This is another one, and then this one right here is another one. BC1QT, yes. So we're gonna grab the output transactions, or the output addresses, as well as to this one. It's pretty interesting to see. Like I was expecting, I don't know honestly what I was expecting to find, but we're gonna mark these with a bookmark. We're gonna remember that the blue bookmark, this is the initial transactions sent from victim A. Right, I'm going through the messages. I'm looking for more Bitcoin addresses. And then I can see an address where he's trying to receive some money, but the scammers are obviously not going to send him anything to there. Bro, no way that I'm just working with 3 addresses. Come on. Fuck. Literally only 3 addresses. Wow, 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 wow. I was really hoping for a little more. Let me see if I can find anything else in the emails that he sent me. So here's some more archived messages. Let me see if I can download this maybe and then feed it into a QR code reader. QR code reader. Uploading. Alright, got the screenshot with the QR code. Uploading it now. And then scan data, scan that. No QR code found. Bro. Alright, play hard to get. Alright, so how is this even a Bitcoin address? There's no way. Blockchain Explorer. No way. Yeah, see, it's not real. This thing didn't properly... Wait. Oh, the balance is 0, but the transactions are... Oh, that's tough. Alright, I stand corrected. Sorry I talked shit, website. It works fine. So now we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go in, we're gonna select the Bitcoin address. Double click that shit. Start typing. Alright, did I save that? UBT. Let's go to annotate balance. Did I type it the first time correctly? 066. Let's see what the internet says. 066. Fuck yeah, I can I can type. Basic computer skills achieved. Fuck. Alright, we're gonna go back to the pictures. We're gonna see he sent 0.036. So that means that he sent it to that address, so it should be receiving to input addresses. And let's check out which one has 0.3, 0.3, 0.3. I don't get it. Why don't the values match? Alright. This is like the most confusing shit that I've seen. .36. There we go. Motherfucker. Finally. So where is this thing going? Is it this one? It's this one right here. 0.3662159. Alright. So now we're gonna enrich this. We're gonna go to input addresses. We're gonna highlight that. And then also output addresses. Favorite that. So you can see this is the transaction right here. And then this is the Bitcoin address that it goes through. We're gonna mark this as payment. That way then when we go back we know that that's payment. We're gonna go to output addresses. And we're gonna go to... That's unfortunate. So realistically, whenever we're doing this blockchain analysis, the goal is to at some point have several things overlap. This time, nothing has started overlapping yet, but we'll see what kind of picture we paint. Like, you see, like if you can imagine like a connection, you want one of these like spider looking things to connect to the other thing. You want one connection here or something like that. Shit, I haven't been reading the chat, my bad. Oh my god. Let's see. Will this? Thanks for a message and then final react to it. Oh hell yeah. Alright. It's my pleasure. Alright. Hey KDA. I missed you, boy. Well, I want to do at least one stream a week, like a scam baiting stream. I'm gonna try to do more of like the gaming stuff, just so that I get better with talking to the camera and whatever. But I appreciate you guys joining. So to catch you up, we're doing blockchain analysis right now on the victim that was targeted last year. Just going through and seeing if we can, what kind of information we can find out about what went down. Okay, and this, by the way, is what the exchange looked like when they were scamming this poor guy. So if you haven't already heard at the beginning, we're working on like a pig butchering scam. And this guy, he got targeted by the threat actors who basically stole a lot of his money. And as you can see right here, they're showing him like total bonus, total deposit, account balance. So they stole 150,000 from him or so, 160, and then they made it look like he was getting almost 450,000 in profit. So it's crazy. Yeah. So we're gonna move on to the next image. That way that I can try to figure out if we can find any more Bitcoin addresses or Ethereum addresses. That would work too. Alright, here's, oh no, that's just him requesting money that he's not gonna get. Alright, so out of all of those pictures, there was only one more address. Hopefully he has more. Bro, what am I gonna do with this shit? He didn't save any of the addresses. Here's a bunch of the... This is basically what he sent me, which I cannot use any of this. Like, come on. There's no addresses on there, no nothing, so... This looks like a different scam. This is a hotel scam, so this is a different scam altogether. I might have to... Let's see what we can do with the little information that we have right here. Let's go to output addresses and select this one, go to output addresses. See if anything overlaps by chance. Interesting. Interesting. As you can see, this address right here seems important. So we populated... Wait, why is everything going back to this? That's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, this is address of interest. Properties. Let's get the details from this. Fuck, what happened? Bruh, I bet you that this shit is a mixer. I bet that this shit is a mixer. Let's see, how much money has gone through here? See, I fucking knew it, dude. Look at this, look at the bottom. 1,243 Bitcoin. Do you see over here in the bottom right here? Look right here. 1,000, that's how much it was received, and then this is how much it sent. Yo, am I still transforming shit right now? What the fuck? It keeps grabbing entities. Stop grabbing entities. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want any more entities. I probably set up like the entities thing, the investigation. Yo, my god, I set it to 4K. Are you serious? This sort of just kept going until they got like thousands of transactions. I don't need all that. Alright, so now that we have identified an address of importance, I'm going to hide the screen real quick just so that I don't leak anything weird. We're going to pull up, we're going to say I think it was one of these. Yeah, I think it's one of these. And we can also, once we get like a public idea, then I'll show you how to use another one, like inside a Maltego. Total received $53 million. As Aiden would say, yo! What the fuck? And see the transactions? Literally, like, my Maltego would have kept fetching until it got up to 3,000 transactions. It was already like almost 300 deep. Scam none? Yo, that's a lie. That's a lie if I ever heard one. Alright, let's see what we can transform with this. I don't know if it's open sanctions, search crypto wallet. Okay. Cipher trace, is it that? Address risk score to wallet. Alright. Is this one empty? Bro, I literally, come on, come on. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty disappointed in that. Like, why would it say empty? Like, this should not be empty, bro. Whatever. Alright, let's find another address of interest. So, it looks like this one received the money before it hopped. And where did it hop from? Goddamn, how many hops are we? Okay, so it looks like... Alright, let's fetch this wallet. Let's see what this wallet is. Come on, buddy. Come on. Give me something good. Empty? I know you're not doing this to me right now. I know you're not, bro. What the fuck? I'm heated right now. Like this is unbelievable. All empty. All right. Why are the... It doesn't even make sense. This wallet and the lower one, both empty. This empty, this empty. Oh, and this investigation is not gonna go as I thought it was gonna go, man. Alright, let's get another empty. Fuck. Well, that's a huge disappointment. Each one of the wallets that I returned was empty. Holy fuck. It's not the risk score, is it? This is... Oh, fuck. It was the other transform, wasn't it? Associated with 2 or more. It's in a hop that doesn't propagate further. Alright. I guess that's this has a risk score of 9. But why isn't my favorite one working? It's if I press details, I'm basically gonna waste money there. So dark side. It's not that. Frustration. Yeah, I wonder what would happen. Crawl down on fuel chain. I'm not gonna do that right now. Let's annotate some of these addresses. Oh, also, each one of these things should be sending information somewhere. So let's transform these. I'm gonna go to output addresses. And then I'm gonna select that. You can see that one goes there, that one goes there. What's happening right now? Do we have anything that is overlapping? I don't see anything overlapping yet. I'll transform this one. As you can see, this picture that we're painting right now is what they call the blockchain. Can it trim time? Okay, sorry. I will pay attention more to the chat right now. It was covered with a browser. Okay. If you cancel that one, it has no access to the rest, right? I'm not sure what I was showing it. In the wrong hands, that is. Okay, real awesome AI. Aiden, okay. Would Tumblr's be a scam though? There's a good chance that it would be marked as this. This is Maltigo. This is Maltigo. And no, not Stanley's Tumblrs. Tumblrs are websites, or think of it as like a service that's like, hey, if you want to anonymize your Bitcoin, like we talked in the beginning, like say you send your Bitcoin from Coinbase or something like that, like the government's literally gonna know that you sent it. But if you want to kind of anonymize it or whatever so the government can track it, you send it to Tumblr, and a Tumblr is one of these addresses right here that takes and processes like I think it was this one right here. Like it processes thousands of Bitcoin. So right here you can see 1,243 Bitcoin were like received and sent from this address, which is crazy. Can it trim time range that you focus on the most relevant? You know, that's a great question. I don't want to... Let me hide the screen for a second, just so that I don't leak the API key or something. Transform servers. Status, default set, API key. I don't see a way to configure the time on here. I see D4, D3, I do not see that. It only has the status, location, default set, input, output, and then the API key. So, alright, I think, oh no. I need to just stop selecting like random addresses and pressing play and then ignoring it. I think that we just accidentally pulled down like 3,000 addresses. Like look at this down here. We already have 5,000 entities. What the fuck? Where the hell did all these entities go? We have 10, 10, 10. Alright. Let's see what we can see. So the little green ones that you can see right here, this is what person A, or the victim, the money that they sent, and then we can start seeing the money is slowly propagating down and it's going towards tumblers. And unfortunately my tools aren't telling me what type of wallet this is. Like the metadata is not being returned or captured, or something is going on. And it's a little bit annoying, but I guess it's okay. Ugh. Yeah, I think that right now, like, I can't really paint that good of a picture. Because first of all, I literally have like, what is it, 4 or 5 Bitcoin addresses? Which is not enough, in my opinion. Like, I should have at least, I mean, I know that he sent, like, I showed you the pictures. Like, he sent, where is it? Is it this one or this one? Yeah. He sent like several transactions that I could attempt to track, like god damn, look at how much money they stole from this poor man. So I can track all that shit, but he's gonna need to go individually and take screenshots of all of that. just because like I can't do anything without the actual Bitcoin addresses. Like I just have values and dates, and then it doesn't do a lot for me. So let's check out if we have any more information, such as email addresses or something like this. No phone numbers, just the email. I'm not really able to find the email address he gave me, but at least I know that this wasn't the stream that I wanted, which was what I wanted was to be able to show the transactions from the wallet to the wallet of the scammers. I wanted to be able to show like maybe the metadata that was included, which could be something like is it a Coinbase account? Is it a Tumblr? Is it something like that? Instead, all we got was a fucking rating of bad. Oh no. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, what did it say? Like, rating 9, and then what is the other one? Rating 8. And it just gives me, like, empty wallet attribution. So, it's not exactly what I wanted, you know? But if you like this, if you enjoyed this, let me know by typing it in the chat, or but can you do anything to get this back right now? No, there's nothing that I can do right now. Like, I explained at the very start of the video how this was going to work. Like, and I explained to you how the government worked. Okay, awesome. I told you, like, how the government was able to get back the money from the Colonial Pipeline. Okay, I'm glad. Wow, I didn't expect all of you guys. Well, not all of you, but, like, 3 of you guys to like this. So, that's nice. I explained the method that we were going to use to try to get it back, and that would be if the threat actors moved the money to a certain exchange which had the Know Your Customer rules and also was willing to cooperate with the government. So overall, we used around 95 to 100 API calls for today's video, and this is paid API keys. Like, some of this information is like, I'm not gonna say it, but it's like more than 5,000 for the, let's say, like the 10,000 calls. So you do the math, how much we spent on this video right now. Oh, yeah. Anyways, I'm not gonna focus on that. If the person, where is the scammer? Well, I don't know the particular location, but I would put money on Chinese. They had pretty good English, or maybe even, I would say probably Chinese or some kind of other nationality that's not the nationality of, like, one of us, you know? Just the way that they talked to the poor guy, it was really disturbing, to say the least. But I hope we can do some threat actor attribution. Thank you all. because the end goal would be, if we can prove that the money went somewhere, if we can prove that it went to a certain exchange, then we can say, maybe involve, like when we involve law enforcement, if the money is still present in the accounts, then we could eventually figure out who it was. You know, like that information would be disclosed from whether it's the government or whoever, and they would disclose it eventually. But we'll see. Like if I was a threat actor, I wouldn't have a lot of the infrastructure still up. If I believe, or if I understood it correctly, the email addresses are gone, the website is gone, like all the stuff that was used to scam this poor guy. And if you came in here late, I can share. Let me see if I can find it right now. What the website looks like here. So this is what the website looks like, guys. This is the website that the guy was scammed on. Basically, they had him deposit money, and then for some of the deposited money, they pretended that it didn't even arrive. But for the other deposited money, they would say, hey, we got your money right here. We're investing it right now. Look at how much money we're making for you. Look at all this profit that you're obtaining. Or that's still in the account, you know, it's all fake. It's all just code. And they're like, wow, look at, you almost have like $500,000. Like, good for you, old man. And really, what's happening is they stole all of his money, all of his belongings. He's a 60-something-year-old guy who had worked his whole life, retired, wanted to make a little bit more with the little pension that he had, and went on the forums. And on the forums, this website was advertised. And not only did they take all of his money, but he ended up having to sell his house, car. His wife left him. It's overall really a heartbreaking story. Like every single time I tell it, like I instantly start tearing up, because dude, I can't imagine. I literally cannot imagine working my entire life, spending all of this energy to achieve something, and then some hungry motherfucker from another country comes in and steals all of it from me, puts me into debt. Like, it's really horrible. So, not to end the stream on a down note or a sad note, I just want to tell you that all of you who watched this stream today, you learned something valuable today. You learned how to do blockchain analysis. You learned how to do something that not a lot of people can do. And whenever the time comes, yeah, if you read the messages, Wildes, you'll know that he's actually pretty close to doing that. So, but that's not the focus on that. If you watched this stream today and you saw what I did, and you understood and you asked questions like, Professor, if you follow this, you can do these exact steps and help a person in need. Maybe you won't have access to all the fancy tools that I have right now, but maybe you can reach out to me and you can say, hey, I saw what you did and this is what I have access to. How can I do that? You know? And then maybe you can help somebody. Like, this is really a numbers game. It's gonna be how fast you can act when the money gets stolen, number one. Like, if a victim reaches out to you, like, right away, within, like, the 5-10 minutes after this happens, and you start employing these tools, or you start employing these methods, and you start figuring out what's going on, well, then you'll be able to help that person, potentially. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be the easiest, and a lot of the time people, whenever you give crypto, will have everything taken from them. But to the instances where the scammers are sloppy, to the instances where they're not fast enough or they think that they have one over on the scammer or the victim, that's when we will prey on their downfall. And we will counteract and work with the right authorities to stop this. Because it can be done. I know it can be done. I've seen it done. If you guys have any questions, what made me become a scam baiter, I think I saw Kit in the beginning, and then I saw Pierogi, and this was back before like Pierogi had like his nose up in the air, you know, like before he was proud of himself. Like I loved Kit for his improv, for the ability to come up with elaborate stories and just entertain the audience, you know. Like that was something that I thoroughly enjoyed. And I'm still not that good because my first language is not English. I worked my whole life to not have an accent and to speak more like an American, but I still have an accent, I guess. That's what people tell me, and it's a little bit annoying to me because I work so hard not to have an accent, you know? But what drove me to become a scam baiter was seeing how many people with less skills than me were helping those who were in need, you know? And it bothered me that I was so capable, yet I did nothing. You know, like, I have 101 hobbies. Like, I have planners full of tasks to be done. Job, hobbies, family, personal, like, all that stuff. There's endless things, but knowing that, like, literally the person A, yesterday, when we talked, it's, like, this is the part that made me feel good. And it also like broke my heart even further, which is that everybody has abandoned this guy. His family, his friends, like everybody who you would expect in life to come to your side when you get completely fucked out of everything. You know, like, not only are you at zero, you're at like minus like 20 or 50 or 100,000, like whatever the hell his negative balance is right now. But everybody has abandoned him. And a random motherfucker on the internet, got recommended by Saul Scambates, or Salvador. And he reached out to Mary and she reached out to me. And this fucking random nobody from across the world, am helping this guy. And just the words that he said last night, it broke me, dude. It's like, how is the world so fucking cruel that everybody has, that I'm the fucking guy, you know? Like, there should be more people out there who are stepping in. Yet whatever. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse, but that's why I do it. To answer your question, thank you all. Why did I become a scam baiter? Was to help those who nobody else was gonna help. You know? Push me down to the ground. What goes around comes around. You won't put the flame out. You can't get to me. Say what you wanna say. Go take it all away. But I'm here to stay. It's making me tear up. Goddamn. For now, I think this is good enough. Like, this is a good starting spot for those of you who joined in. If this was something that you enjoyed, I hope that you come around next time. And that might be in a few days or might be in next week. Whenever I get more information from A, you know? Because I would love to teach you guys more. People pay thousands of dollars to learn the information that I'm giving you now for free. Just know that. Like, if nothing else, you just sat through an expensive cybersecurity class for the last hour. Like, seriously. Like, just think about it like that. Like, you're like part way onto getting a cert in Maltigo. Like, I saw somebody post that shit yesterday or the other day. So, you're welcome. Right now I'm adding just some attribution. Just so that whenever I save this file, I know why there's green stuff on it. And so now I see these little indicators that tell me, hey, victim A, they sent this money to the attacker, and that's why the addresses are marked with a green bookmark. Did you hear about the scam where a stranger asks you to use your phone and they literally wipe out your bank account? Yes. Aw, thank you, KDA. Yeah, that's just... It's a reminder for those of you who can, you should have kids. I know the dogs are awesome and whatnot, but you're only gonna have humans who are gonna be able to take care of you. And to have an opportunity where you have nobody else but a random guy like me trying to help you, like, make good moves and plan for the future, basically. That's my message to you guys. And I also wanted to ask you something else. I was thinking about, and I see that there's a couple of you guys here, so I wanted to ask you if you would be interested in maybe spreading the word about this project if it did come to fruition. So, first of all, a lot of you guys might not be that good with cryptocurrency or whatever, so this might be like an initial barrier to even starting the project, but I wanted to start a way for people around the world to be able to donate money and for it to be anonymous, mostly pseudo-anonymous, but to put all of the money into a wallet that's public, that like basically everybody could watch. And whenever we identify a victim that is in need, we can take whatever the balance is or part of the balance and then help that person out. Because right now the problem is if you want people to donate money and you want to be a nonprofit and all that, you got to associate your real name with it, or you have to get somebody to put their name on the company. If we just have like a Bitcoin wallet or an Ethereum wallet that just is receiving all the money, then whenever the time comes along and we identify a victim or somebody who's like this poor guy, victim A, who has nobody, who has literally been forgotten by everybody and abandoned by everybody, and who's like tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt without anything. I wish that I had more money to give him. But I'm just one person, so that's why I would like to reach out to the community and ask, like, is this even like a feasible thing? Like, first of all, like, do you guys think that this would even be feasible? Or am I like very disconnected and technical to where I think that this is like a capability that most people would be able to do? Let me know. Like, right now, today, do you know how to go and buy Bitcoin and donate it, for instance? Like, if I told you that this is the Bitcoin address that you should donate the money to, would you know how to go and like say you wanted to send over $15 or $20 and you wanted to donate it, would you know how to do that? Obviously, I know the professor, he knows how to do it, but like everybody besides professor, and not to be exclusive to you, but you clearly know what you're talking about, so obviously you're gonna know some stuff. But let me know, guys. You wouldn't know? Okay. So basically, KDA, that would be a barrier to entry. Like, you basically, even if you wanted to participate in the donation, you wouldn't be able to. Yeah, no, I have no idea. I just stay away from it. Okay. For the most part, I think with Ledger. Okay. Damn. Alright, well, that was a dream that was quickly crushed. Fuck. But I'm not too comfortable with it. Okay, first time chatter. Chimplips99. Thank you for the chat. And I'm guessing 99 means that you're around like 25 years old. So you're like a younger person. And you still are not too comfortable with it. And that right there tells you something. So I'm assuming like we have a little bit older audience, a little bit younger audience. Yeah, will this? Definitely. Ledger is the way. And I can teach you, yes. I'm into learning about it though, okay. Oh. Alright, my bad. Usually when people make a username, it's like their birth year or whatever. But it's still a compliment. So, okay, so you guys, from what I'm seeing, you would be interested in learning about it at least. So, I guess that's a good starting point, you know? Okay, so what about this? What if I showed you how to go and sign up for a way to donate it? Or if I found a website that would be good for donating and it had like a minimal know your customer rules. Okay. I'm assuming that you're replying sure or yes to like me like demoing it how to do it. Okay. Okay, well I appreciate you guys' feedback. That's important because I had a feeling that not everybody would be super comfortable with it, you know? But I guess I was more than right. If you want to say it that way. Okay, well, I think we're getting close to 2 hours now. I hope that you have enjoyed this look at the blockchain and blockchain analysis and kind of examining exactly what was happening. To me, this is almost like a work of art. Like whenever you become an analyst, like it's up to you to like visualize it and exactly how you like to paint the picture, you know? Like some people like to paint the picture a little differently. Some people like to like give you some exposure and like point the like whatever, like point the finger so that you can like see very clearly like where the correlation is on the map. Like some people are just different like that, but for you guys, I'm just doing the normal thing. So I'm glad that you think it's interesting. See, like a lot of the time I feel like I would bore you guys with this, but I feel like the society would in general benefit by knowing how to do this. Like I knew that some of you guys watch my stream from the beginning, and today I didn't do the intro, but usually when I do the intro I tell you there's like a cyber war coming, or the cyber war has already began. And you being literate in how to use malware, how to defend yourself, how to conduct these investigations is literally like going down to the gun range and firing a gun and learning how to hit the target and how to reload and how to quickly like just do things so that you're more comfortable, so when the time comes and your country gets invaded or your door gets busted down, you don't have to think twice where the gun is. You know exactly where the gun is. You reach down, you grab the gun already has a bullet in the chamber, so all you have to do is assume the position and start fucking trying to clear the house. If you have a dog, the dog eats first, you know? Yeah, of course. So, KDA, I actually was developing a method, if you want to call it that, and the method would be that whenever they... my cat... the cat eats first. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, and if you guys ever have questions about anything, or in general about cybersecurity, like, I will respond to your super long message. Like, it might take me a day or two, depending on what I'm caught up with, but if you genuinely want to learn, I will spend time trying to help you get better. You know? Because I would love to share the information, because I get paid so much money just to share this information and train people and help people in large corporations, so I'm giving it to you for free. Definitely, yeah. So I'm not gonna keep you guys too much longer. I'm hoping that my computer will fix itself soon, in the next 15 to 20 minutes. That way that I can stream some games. I know that I was like streaming at almost like midnight last night, and that might have not been a very convenient time for people to watch. Or actually, it wasn't midnight, it was like 12:30 or 1 in the morning. There's just some crazy time like that. So yeah, if you guys are interested in the gaming, make sure that you come to either Twitch or to Kick, because I will not be streaming the games to Twitter or to YouTube, just because they're not really like a game-centric platform. Will this be available on VOD? Yes, it will. I will make sure to publish it once I'm done. If you want a cool hacking game, check out Grey Hack. All right, wonderful. I'll write that down, brother. Or I hope. Professor Fate, is it personal? Like, I'm assuming that you're a guy, but yeah, you're a guy, right? Just the way that you type, it's... I don't want to, like, misgender you, so... Okay. It's just, like, you being into crypto and everything, like, for the last however many years, I was just like, that's a very dude thing to say. I can verify. Oh. Thanks for the vouch. Appreciate that, brother. Hell yeah. Alright, wonderful. Well, I'm going to end the stream here for VOD purposes, and just so that people can have all the information for this type of, like, what's it called? Investigation. So if you want to find it, it's going to be both here and on YouTube and on Twitter and on Kick, depending on which platform you're watching from. So if you have any questions or anything like that, let me know. But I will hopefully be streaming very soon with the gaming stuff. Fingers crossed. Put something in your Discord. Oh, you put something in my Discord. Okay. My pleasure, Zappa. Alrighty, everybody. I hope you have a good night. If you're not going to watch the gaming, if you're going to watch the gaming, I'll see you in a couple.